Happy Halloween! My name's Alex Campbell.
And I'm Mark Palmer.
And you're watching two drunk Aussies sitting in garage talking about Star Wars. So Mark, I love westerns. I fucking love them. And this episode, this is my Clint Eastwood costume. Yeah, this episode was straight up a western, eh? Tonally it was western, the landscape was
legit
a western.
Tatooine, man.
Yeah, tonally it was a western. And even all the narrative tropes and beats was a western. He went to a cantina, talked to the bartender, and then got into a discussion with the sheriff.
Legit.
Yeah. And just, yeah, straight off the bat, I was surprised once again that they told such a little contained story. I fucking loved it.
It was a really good episode.
Yeah.
And there were so many things that happened which were like groundbreaking for Star Wars as well. Once again.
Yeah, but I, for some reason, just expected it to go into like Baby Yoda and the Jedi, and he's taken aback, and the Mandalorians, and like really start to get wrapped up in the narrative.
Doing that at some point.
But for the time being, it's fine to just be like, hey, here's a self-contained fucking little western story about
this is the shit you like.
Yeah. I was very happy when it first started, and he was on that planet talking to the guy. I was like, yeah. And then it cut to that lady from season 1. For all the
Rafi.
Yeah, something like that. For all the characters from season 1 I wanted to see again, I did not want to see her again.
Yeah. At least she didn't take Baby Yoda.
Yeah, and she didn't have a big part.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, and then that like pit droids fighting, like, oh no,
what's happening?
The Mandalorian's terrible. But then yeah, it just like straight up went into Western. The music is also inspired by Ennio Morricone's scores for The Good, Bad and Ugly and all that. So I was loving it.
I knew the second Boba Fett walked in that it wasn't Boba Fett. I'm like, Boba Fett doesn't wear a fucking turtleneck.
Yeah, well I was like, is it just gonna be Boba Fett?
His suit just looks so small on him too.
Yeah,
Boba Fett's short.
Yeah,
that just looked silly. Not silly, but
it looked really big to me. Like that guy was tiny, maybe.
It looked really big. His whole chest piece ended here on him.
Yeah,
like this much showing.
Yeah, I guess Boba's did go down. Yeah, so maybe he was a small guy.
I don't know. I think it was deliberately made to not look like it fit him right, so you wouldn't initially assume it was Boba Fett. The armor was awesome though. Yeah,
and what a cool concept. I'm pretty sure this was like a new Disney comic or something. I've heard like the idea of the armor and that being found and used by some guy to defend a town. I've heard about that being, I believe a comic or something.
I'm curious as to why Boba Fett would have dumped the armor though. Because there's no way Jawas went into the Sarlacc pit to get the armor. Yeah, well,
it immediately grabs your attention is what it does. Because you're like, Boba Fett's armor, why is Boba Fett's armor here? What happened to Boba Fett? What's going on? And then, it gives away some. He brought it in Sandcrawler.
Yeah, by Jawas, yeah.
And at the end, we see Give Me My Eggs Jake Bitch guy from the Monster Warriors. Which is always what we'll remember him for.
Fucking die!
He almost looks like a Borg. Without the mechanical, he looks like a Borg they've just taken all the mechanical parts out.
Yeah, he's very scarred up.
Bald and like
old.
All kinds of fucked. But I loved it.
It was Boba Fett without his mask on. This is a big Star Wars moment.
Yeah, fucking oath. It's just like in Legends, Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
It's Boba Fett, man.
I mean, if you're gonna bring Star Wars back for a television show around that era, based within Mandalorians, like, why not bring Boba Fett back? It's fun. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, no, we died in the Sarlacc pit. You did not come out.
No, Wookiee stopped that moon.
Chewbacca stopped the moon.
Did I say Wookiee? I'm a douchebag. Anyway, what was I going to say? I did love the way Mandalorian was instantly like, bang, you need to give me back that armor. As soon as he found out he wasn't a Mandalorian, he's like, give it.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you and take it off your corpse.
Yeah. And then out of nowhere, the town starts vibrating and it really builds into this moment nicely. You know, I was like, what the fuck is going on for like so long? And there's a giant crate dragon swimming around.
the crate dragon.
What do you think of the crate dragon, Mark?
So it's not the first crate dragon I've seen in Star Wars.
It's not.
No, you know that massive skeleton in A New Hope.
Yeah,
that's a crate dragon skeleton, right? But like in Knights of the Old Republic,
there's something different, eh?
They're just dragons that walk on the land. In Knights of the Old Republic, you do the exact same thing. You lay a bunch of mines on the ground, you lead it out of its cave, and it blows up.
Oh, really?
Exactly the same, except it's not buried under the ground. It just wanders
like a dragon
without wings.
Yeah.
Giant fucking lizard.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's the exact same concept, but this one was just like burying.
It was a sandworm from Dune, right? Like straight up.
Legit.
Shai Lord.
Come out. It was true to the point that big circle thing they pulled out at the end. That was a crate dragon pearl, which is what the reason you kill it in Knights of the Republic is to get the crate dragon pearls. You can actually chip parts off of them to put into your lightsaber to enhance it.
Yeah, so they're taking some elements from that and making them canon, and then other elements like its appearance they're rewriting and saying, no, this is the new canon.
I didn't have an issue with it. I was just very
taken back
about it.
Yeah, I was I don't know. I was straight up like, I mean, it's just so fun. It's hard for me to like get angry at it. It's like, you know when Picard is terrible and it's just like you're confused, you have no idea what's going on, it's so convoluted, also terrible, and you're just so angry. This is just like, the tone is just fun. It's just like, adventure! And Picard is like death and despair, and you're not happy.
Picard was changing the shit we knew well and good. Like, I mean, I had knowledge of crate dragons and shit, but there's no way the standard fan base who watches Star Wars has any idea what a crate dragon is.
Yeah.
They just
I heard the name before, and that skeleton in episode 4, but I knew nothing about Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, so it's not only, it's also in just the Old Republic, and there's mentions of it in Legends, like there's Darth Crate in the Legends continuity, who like majorly was obsessed with crate dragons and shit. Yeah, they're basically just really powerful dragons, but...
Yeah, I don't know, I enjoyed the whole like just simplicity of it, and it was just so well executed. So yeah, he goes with Timothy Oliphant, plays the Marshal, who is from Deadwood, which is another Western. So I don't know if they're deliberately going, hey, this guy's
a good Western actor, let's throw him in
Western. Yeah, just to put another fucking flavour on top of the tone and the score and the landscape. Yeah, he did great. And yeah, I like the idea of him just randomly having this armour and finding it and protecting the town. And then yeah, they go to talk to sand people.
I fucking love that. It's the first time, apart from once again in KOTOR, in KOTOR you have a droid which just speaks to Tusken Raiders. It never goes well, though. You always end up killing them all.
Yeah.
I don't have to, but I always do.
Yeah.
But seeing them actually communicate and seeing like they're not just mindless barbarians, it was such a refreshing pace.
Yeah, it's like, it's weird because normally I complain about fucking, what's it called? When you fucking do that thing, in episode 7, old mate pulls out the little probe and fucking, when you get a show and you reference stuff from another episode, it's such an easy...
Like the blue milk that he was drinking in the fucking cantina. I admittedly did roll my eyes a bit there. I was like, oh, of course he's drinking
there were a couple
blue
moments.
milk.
What's that term called? When you fucking...
Oh, what, fan service?
Yeah, fan service. Jesus Christ.
Hey, I called Chewbacca Wookiee before.
My brain is melting. Normally, yeah, I have a problem with fan service, but I think it's when it stops the story, stops the narrative to go like, you remember in Rogue One where she's walking, it's like, oh, it's those two guys from the bar, and the story stops. Or in episode 7 when Finn's like,
or Luke's drinking the blue milk. Him drinking it was just legitimately in the bar.
Yeah, well, like in this, his old mate Timothy Oliphant's his speeder thing is Anakin's pod racer, but it doesn't stop the story and go, it's just
it's
there.
an Easter egg. It's for you to notice if you're a nerd.
It's just a little visual thing.
It's like, instead of it being like, hey, do you remember this? It's if you're a true fan, this is a bit of a reward for you knowing so much about it.
But yeah, they don't need to stop and point the camera at it and tell you and hint and wink their eye. But yeah, it was weird because he's wearing Boba Fett's armor and he's riding Anakin's fucking pod, and I'm like, this should be so much fan service that it's just melting my head. But the way they do it, it's just like, yeah, it's Boba Fett's armor. They didn't even say Boba Fett. It was just like,
because he didn't know Boba Fett. He just knew a Mandalorian was on there. But the thing is, I don't know if it's true in canon, but I know that the Mandalorians were super pissed at Boba Fett, and they were saying himself should be wearing the armor.
Well, he's taking it off now.
Yeah, so we'll see how that comes back to into fruition to see if that stays canon. But I did think it was funny too in KOTOR when you want to lure out the Great Dragon, you put a bantha there.
Oh yeah.
Lure it out. So I was like, bantha.
Yeah.
The banthas looked really good too.
Yeah, they did. And yeah, it was such a Western trope again. The Tusken Raiders are much like Native American Indians and like classic John Ford Westerns.
Yeah.
You got all your townspeople like, oh, they're goddamn Native Americans, they're savages. But then the townspeople and the Native American Indians come together.
That idiot who like, the person drops the fucking thing and it's just like, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot? These guys are savages who would fucking like impale you over nothing and you're just like, oh, you dropped them.
What are you doing? That's an explosive. What are you trying to blow the whole place up? What?
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot, dude. Seriously.
They always got to stuff problems with whoever you can for the smallest reason.
I felt bad for that when they first attracted the dragon out. How the guy was like running, expecting to go for the bantha and then just go straight for him.
That was a good moment because it was funny, but also like ups the narrative. It was like, oh, okay, now fighting this thing, and this thing is fucking fighting us.
Killed a Sarlacc too, huh?
Apparently, yeah, dug out a Sarlacc pit.
That's fucking mental.
Yeah, and then that battle at the end, it was so big and epic, and the score. Gotta mention the score once again. The composer, Ludwig Garrison or something like that. He's like Norwegian. This is like the most original like score on television at the moment. It's so fucking great.
I kind of annoyed me because when I was watching it, my Disney Plus app was all glitching out, so whatever really fast paced, awesome shit was going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was just like,
that's terrible.
I think it's just I have to uninstall and reinstall the app because it's just been doing it for the worst parts.
Mine was smooth as.
It's funny because it's my Disney Plus too.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's obviously something going on your end.
It's got to be the app, or it could just be the PS4 version of the app as well.
Yeah, his score is so like original and unique and different and amazing. There's like so much music that's just so fucking bland and boring and like you can't remember the themes in it. Like so many modern shows like The Expanse and Picard and a whole bunch of shit is just like Doctor Who is just like
Yeah, I mean it's there.
Yeah, but this is like it has a beat and a melody and you remember it and it's fucking really cool. And then in the end, when they all take on Mr. Great Dragon, aka Mr. Sandworm, yeah, it was directed really well. They kept on like cutting in really close to underneath it, so you're getting this like epic claustrophobic feel of it coming over the camera, and starts like spraying acid on people.
I did not see that coming at all.
No, you're like, holy shit, this is getting hectic. And yeah, it was so big and epic and amazing and awesome, but in the grander like storytelling spectrum, like you think of Rise of Skywalker and Game of Thrones and
it's like this big.
It's just this little moment, but that's all it needs to be. We don't need this big convoluted.
It's not a universe-changing thing, but it's a big moment for fucking the small characters like that.
Yeah, and it works, and it has suspense and it has tension, and it's full on. But yeah, they don't need to destroy Tatooine.
No.
We don't need a CGI monster like crack Tatooine in half and have a million Avengers assemble in a big... It can just be like a little nice action set piece.
Yeah, they made a big explosion in that little bit of the sand. And it's going to leave a forever skeleton of that Great Dragon sitting there with his fucking stomach shattered open.
I loved how the Mando took a big hunk of meat as well. It's just like,
I'll take that. Baby Yoda's just like, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, Baby Yoda did nothing this episode.
I don't know, when he saw the... He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and there was a moment one of those sand people dogs was like...
And
he was like, ooh.
I did love the way, like, when they first came out, I was like, what the fuck are they? And then it took me a moment to remember that it was the sand. First I'm like, is that a womp rat?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, it's one of the fucking
dog
lizard dog
thing
thingies.
from EP2.
They're like,
and it's just like...
Then I love the way it had this little stumpy tail wagging when he came over to him.
Yeah.
It was really good. I really enjoyed pretty much every element of this episode.
Yeah, there were like little tiny nitpicks, like the Boba Fett jetpack malfunction was a bit on the nose. When you like,
oh, I didn't even click. That didn't even
your
click
Disney
to me.
Plus, it was probably like.
No, actually, that part was smooth sailing. It was only for like when there's a lot of shit going on the screen.
Yeah.
It was like a game that can't render properly.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's weird.
No, that part it just didn't click about the whole.
Yeah, the way
thing.
it flew off, it was like the same style. It's like, but at the same time, like it's so fun and silly. It's just like, eh.
What's the plan?
You're gonna take care of the child.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but wish me luck.
I was saying, why didn't Mando just jet back out of there and just press the detonator? You know?
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of things. It's like earlier on, they set up the fact that you can't use ships because it can sense the vibrations in the sand and then it'll hide, but then it's sleeping and they're just digging fucking ditches and like laying bombs and shit. But it's like, okay, I'll give it a free pass because they're just trying to get around things so they can just tell like a little fun adventure. It's like, well, this doesn't work if he has a Razor Crest. He'll just blow it up. Every fucking episode, we can't tell a little story. You'll just blow it up. So like,
it's like
it can hear it.
It's like the ATST in that Swamp episode. He could have just blown it up.
Well, yeah, I don't think they had a throwaway line in an episode.
No, but you didn't think. I didn't think about it in that episode.
I think I did, and at the time I said it in my review. Here it is right now. As enjoyable as this end fight sequence was, and it was well filmed, looked fine, it had pacing, it had suspense, but I just don't really agree with the tactics that Cara or Mandy used. I mean, yeah, lure the ATST out, sure, but then Mandy should have zoomed in with the Razor Crest and destroyed the ATST. I mean, he's got this ship just a few days away with these massive cannons on it. Instead, she runs in with a rifle to fight it single-handedly? I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. You got this ship with this massive cannons sitting somewhere, probably getting destroyed by Jawas again, but you refuse to use it, and instead you run at it and shoot it with a rifle. Ex-rebel shock trooper, okay. Maybe you didn't leave, maybe you got fired. All over it. But yeah, so it's just like, you can criticize that and go, well, that doesn't make sense. But at the same time,
or you can just watch the fucking episode and enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, you can pick apart Empire Strikes Back or Raiders of the Lost Ark, Citizen Kane, Godfather. There's so many like 16-hour like Star Wars reviews online where they go through every frame and they pick apart every moment. It's like,
look at episode 2 review.
That's long. But yeah, you don't need to pick apart everything. It doesn't need to make complete sense. You got to suspend your disbelief a little bit. Do like get into it, enjoy it. Yeah. Like it's a movie.
What are you expecting it to be? It did occur to me too that when like I watched a recap before the episode started.
Yeah, so I
was gonna watch the whole first season, but it didn't happen.
I watched kind of part of it. I watched episodes 1, 2, and 3, then I skipped 4 and 5, then watched 7 and 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, 6, 7, 8, yeah, the Bill Burr episode and the 2 last ones. But I kind of had it on the house playing as I was like doing dishes and the washing, and there were moments where I was sitting down watching it, and there were moments where I was doing shit while I was just in the house playing. But yeah, I rewatched this new episode again to do notes, and the recap again for the second time was just like, none of that stuff comes up in this episode, eh? So you got like the Darksaber and Yoda and the Mandalorians and the Jedis.
It actually opened up something for me that didn't occur to me when I was watching the first season. Because it talks about how they got to get him back to his people, right?
Yeah.
I always assumed that just must mean they want to get him back to the Yoda species race.
Yeah.
But I think they're just referring to Jedi in general.
That's way better,
actually. Put it all together. It's like, Mandalorians used to have wars with the Jedi, blah blah blah. Now we need to get him back to his people.
Yeah, that's like, actually a lot better. Going down to a planet of Yodas is going to ruin everything.
It would just
yeah.
If it's just like that, I mean, it would make sense now that apparently Ahsoka's supposed to appear later in the series because she's a Jedi, and I have no doubt in my mind she's going to be like, yeah, no. But, like... Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't really know what happens to her after the Empire goes down. No, she's in Rebels, so I know what happens.
Oh, yeah, but it's just like...
She literally fights Darth Vader in...
This is 6 years after...
the fall of the Empire.
Yeah.
I love that I mentioned the Death Star.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they did little like world building moments where it set up this like western town, and it gave a little backstory for the sheriff of the town where like he got like attacked and he fled and then he found the armor.
Was it only those guys? Because he just went psh, 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 psh.
Yeah.
The rain was over.
I did think they didn't shoot him in the arm either. They definitely shot Ned Kelly in the arms and legs a lot. He passed out because of blood loss. And then got back up.
To be fair, we don't know how full-on blasters actually are though.
Yeah. I mean,
imagine they're fucked.
Yeah, I guess they just all didn't aim for his arm or legs. It's fine. So yeah, is there anything else you want to add to it?
I generally, without disliking something, it's really hard to add a lot of stuff about it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just pick shit apart that you don't like and go on and on and on and on. But when it comes to something, it's like, I genuinely enjoyed it. It's like so quick, I enjoyed this part, I enjoyed this part, I enjoyed this part, and then you're just like... Either way, I was just happy to have some Star Wars that was good again, you know? After watching Picard recently and having it all...
Rise of Skywalker and Picard kind of came out around the same time.
Yeah, and then hearing about all the issues with...
Game of Thrones wasn't much before that either.
Yeah, no. But hearing all the issues with Pedro Pascal, apparently...
Yeah, I think that's all bullshit, eh?
I don't know, I saw a bit... I didn't click the video because I don't really... Until I saw evidence with him, I was like, yeah, it's true. It's like only a few days ago, going, you don't know that.
But like, I seen him on an ad of Disney's Star Wars channel, like, doing promotion for the Mandalorian season 2, like, a week ago.
Even if it was...
Opening up, it was just an ad for toys though. It's like, whoa, Mandalorian season 2. And I was like, okay, I clicked on it, and it was just like Pedro Pascal trying to sell me toys. I was kind of like, yeah, this is an ad for toys. I know what this is, Disney. Well, I did buy.
Yeah.
Tinny's been ashing in his brain too. How does that make you feel?
I don't know what I feel about that.
Okay, just let it settle in. I want you to know that he's not doing it casually either. He's doing it out of spite.
That's Tinny. I wouldn't expect anything less.
He can't do anything that's not out of spite. He makes Wheat Bix out of spite. Do you feel like you putting cigarette butts into Baby Yoda's head is symbolic of your disdain for the Mandalorian?
Yeah. It's by my fucking spite. My spite for the Star Wars series now.
I mean...
Just manifest.
Once bitten, twice shy, right? Although now it's fucking 4 times bitten.
Putting cigarettes out on the internet's beloved love child.
In his brain.
Yeah, in his brain.
We've all bought Baby Yoda shit, like... Because she's just gotten obsessed with it. She's got, went to Build-A-Bear and bought a little plush Baby Yoda. You've seen that one. She's got like 2 Baby Yoda mugs, 2 Baby Yoda cups. She's got like 2, 3 different Baby Yoda t-shirts. She's got Baby Yoda t-shirts for the girls. Like, I'm just like...
I brought that thing and I brought Ella a thing and I got a Baby Yoda t-shirt for Father's Day. I forgot too, there's a new segment in this show. Ella analyzes. I've been drinking. Ella analyzes. Or I'm going to get Ella's opinion on the Baby Yoda moment of the episode.
Nice.
So here it is here.
Hello guys, it's me Ella, and we're telling you about the new Baby Yoda thing. There's a part where there's a wolf and he licks his chops, and Baby Yoda, I think Baby Yoda gets sad because Baby Yoda thinks the wolf's gonna eat him. And it's really cute when he goes sad.
That was her opinion.
Even if that stuff with Pedro Pascal is true though, I don't think it'd be that big. It would be next season preventing. All they have to do is not show his face ever again, and just because apparently there's 3 different guys who wear the suit anyway.
Yeah, there's 2 stuntmen.
And then you
can have anyone in the
find
suit.
a voice that do similar.
I mean, what are they fucking saying? That he's quit? But then in another one they said that he's willing to do voiceover for it?
I didn't hear about that. I only heard about him quitting. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's all fucking rumor.
It's all fucking bullshit.
But my point is, I'm not worried about there not being a next season because he's just not that important.
Yeah,
it's sad.
I don't think he's leaving. We'll see what happens. But I don't think he's leaving from that.
It just seems fucking stupid to argue over the point when that's what you signed up for.
It doesn't seem like him too. I watched like that Disney Plus making of Mandalorian thing, and like he's so in it, he knows the lore, and he knows the mythology, and he understands the character, and he gets the thing, and he's enjoying it, and he's like, yeah, I'm having
But
fun.
to be fair though, you're not going to say that you fucking hated on the Mandalorian. Literally the Mandalorian making of
Well, if he did, Disney would cut it out.
Exactly.
With Lord and Miller, when they fired them off for Solo, it was like, you know, some shitty press release. Due to a mutual agreement, both parties have separated happily from Solo.
Yeah, bullshit.
So yeah, I guess that's fair enough. But I haven't picked up any things.
I haven't done enough research to even really care.
Yeah, it's just
there, but I mean...
Alright, I'll check my notes. So yeah, I've just got a bunch of bullshit notes about like the archetypical hero's journey and the myth of fighting the dragon and getting the gold, and how it's just like, yeah, all really hinged on these little simple like stories that just echoed through all the storytelling, and that are really basic and straightforward, you know, like fucking Jonah and the belly of the whale, and then Pinocchio, and they're fighting a dragon. It's like The Hobbit, you know? You go on an adventure, you fight a dragon, you get the treasure. It's just like Jon Favreau, he knows what he's doing. This was written and directed by him. And yeah, he didn't like fucking rush in, and it's about Baby Yoda, and it's about the Jedi, and it's a Force battle, and here comes fucking Moff Gideon, and he's waving around the thing, and you know, it was
just slaughtering sand people trying to get to them, and
it was just like, hey townspeople, let's fight the sandworm.
And they showed enough of Baby Yoda to get everyone to be like, again.
Yeah, but they didn't rely on him. Like
No.
they didn't like release season 1, the internet goes Baby Yoda and explodes with Baby Yoda, and they go, oh, Baby Yoda, but Baby Yoda. That's what the internet loves, Baby Yoda. Then they didn't make it all about Baby Yoda.
Flood it, yeah.
Yeah, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's telling a really simple, basic story. Fuck, I'd love to watch this as a companion piece next to Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker's just like
absolute chaos.
Yeah, this
not
is
even
like,
organized chaos.
Yeah, this is just like people marching across the desert to fight a dragon. Well done, Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1.
Well done, Jon Favreau, again.
I tip my hat to you.
Actually, I have to do that.
I do. Thank you and good night. And I really hope you guys like, subscribe in the comments. Tell us how we got all the facts wrong and how opinions are null and void.
This is the way.
Thank you and good night. This is the way. Yeah, mine don't tingle. Because they're like shitty aluminium, not aluminum. Aluminium.